Welcome to CWS Christian Writing and Speaking. I'm your host, Jackie Wilson, and today's guest is affectionately known as Mama Rhodes. She was born and raised and currently resides in the great state of Texas. She is the epitome of Southern hospitality. She is the contributing author of a national best-selling book and the founder and CEO of two companies, Pure Rose and Convo with Mama Rose. She has been married for over 25 years and has raised three strong, intelligent, confident, and spiritual daughters. She loves to read, cook, travel, and learn new things. Her formal education happened at the University of Texas at Austin. And today we will talk about what she has found her purpose to be. She says, there is a hunger inside of all of us, but sometimes people are unsure what steps they should take. And that can leave someone feeling hopeless. And she wants people to understand that you have a right to pursue your dreams and become who you are meant to be. And thus, she has been guiding women and helping them confidently step into their purpose. Let's welcome to the CWS stage, Miss Shannon Rhodes.
I'm glad to be here.
Yes, absolutely. Of course, I love what you're doing. And everybody wants to know, how did you get to the point where you are helping, empowering people in this way? What is your God story?
My God story on how I became Mama Rhodes was over time. It wasn't something that just came and I said, oh, I want to do coaching. Coaching was the furthest thing from my mind, but I always like to help people and give people advice. Even when I started probably in my 30s, where people would always open up to me and tell me their problems. Just something in me that just was so satisfying to help them. And they were just mostly women who were struggling with different issues going on in their life. And most of the time would take my direction from the Lord, because I always try to do things from a Christian perspective and give them a Christian perspective decision, help them to make the right decisions that are best for them in their current situation. So bottom line, it really started when my career in management, whereas in management, you're basically a mother or a mentor to your employees, where you're to develop them to the best of their abilities. So when I found that was my passion, I said, oh, okay. And then someone told me that it's coaching. Coaching is what you need to do. So I said, oh, okay. And you need to coach women. Oh, yeah, because I'm a woman. And many of the things I've done, I have already done and can give some intelligent advice on. And many of the women that I have coached in the past have always told me thank you. And that's a big feeling in my heart to get that.
Yeah, I love it. And so now you have this company, or two companies actually. Can you tell us more about both of those?
Well, the Pure Road started when I had a issue, actual female issue, that none of the doctors could determine what was wrong after all these procedures. Then I had this one friend that told me about product line that didn't have chemicals or toxins in it. And she said a lot of my female issues may have been contributed to that. So I started researching and doing, and then using toxic-free products. Then I said, I want to take this to the people. Because I think a lot of us don't know that, because I didn't know that most of the products on the shelf at that time were filled with toxins and chemicals, which in turn interferes with our reproductive system and all that. So I decided to do Pure Rose, but I wanted to do something with a twist. Our twist is on our bar soap, because that's the pillar of our Pure Rose, and it's a joint venture between me and my daughter. She makes the soaps. I'm the face, the voice, because she's kind of shy. She just likes to be behind the scenes. We decided to put a prayer in our soaps.
Wow.
So it's basically, as you cleanse your body, you should also cleanse your spirit. And I do a lot of my meditation and bonding and all that in the shower. I don't know about anybody else, but as I feel as though as I'm washing and cleansing my body, I can also cleanse my spirit through prayer.
I mean, that's so wonderful. I mean, gosh, you think, I love that you're meditating in the shower, because sometimes it's hard to get that alone time. And that's really probably one of the best places to go and have your meditation time, because no one is in there bothering you. And
Yes.
I love the fact you said your daughter is shy, but I looked at how you're empowering her by being that voice and that face for her so that she can live out her purpose. Now I want to get into this the convos with Mama
Okay.
Rose, because I think that is important, because you are helping people go toward their purpose, drive, helping drive them. What are some of the common issues that you're finding among people? Why is it that they're struggling to move into their purpose?
Well, that's exactly why I then in turn created Convo with Mama Rhodes, conversations, because I found out when I was out there selling the products, also was coaching and mentoring young women. And a lot of times I find that women have all these ideas, or just people in general have these ideas. But I'm going to focus mostly on women because that's who I identify with, but they don't have the self-esteem, but I want the drive to just overpower and just do it. And I think as I nurtured and talked to these women, it was one simple fact. They needed a cheerleader. You need that positive energy, that go-getter to sit and tell you that, you know what, that's a good idea. You know what, let's find ways to help develop that. Let's find ways, because you're good in this area. Let's pull this out of you or get more training on this area. And then over time, as they see themselves develop, they are feeling more confident, more empowered to take that next step. Because you just can't push people. No, because they go forward and then they don't feel the confidence needed, and they're going to just focus on the negative that happened. So my job is to pull out the positive thing, because one of the biggest drawbacks where people, I believe, do not fulfill their purpose is their mindset.
So tell us about, how do you approach the situation first when someone comes to you? What is the first step for you?
Listening. That is the big key. I'm going to listen and let you get everything off your chest without judgment. I think a lot of people feel as though if they speak, they will be judged. So my approach is to listen to you, and whatever it is, I think there's no bad idea. To listen to you fully, understand your personal life, your career goals, all that in one. And then once we determine that, then I'm going to tackle, what is it, if you close your eyes and envision, what is it that you wanted to do if it didn't have nothing to do with money or restrictions, family, husband, all that? What makes you happy? Then our next job is to find a career or whatever it is that you want to do that fits that profile. And once you do that, because I tell you, I know for a fact I'm living in my purpose, because I don't even feel as though this is work.
And that's what they say. If you love what you do, is you're not really feeling like you're working at all. And I
Yes.
know I love what I do, so I totally get it. I want you to tell us. I do. And I think so many people are unhappy, and they don't realize that they
Yeah.
have the power to change their situation. And but
Yes.
it's like you said, it's their mindset. So they're thinking, I got this, I got that. Pause.
Yes.
Like you said, you're looking at the negative, but there are so many other positives. What else do you have that can help propel you forward? If you feel like, I always have my kids, can you get a babysitter while you work on whatever it is that you
Yeah.
want to
We'll
work
figure
on?
out ways to every problem you're going to give me, we're going to figure out a solution together. And a lot of times I think most people are in that situation is because they don't have enough encouragers surrounding them. Because if you notice, it takes one negative comment to bring everything that you built down. But if you surround yourself with encouragers, you will feel more empowered when that negative strike comes your way.
Yeah, and that's why affirmations are so important. You have to say, I am this, I am that, I am courage, I am strong, I am confident,
Mm-hmm.
so that you
Yes,
can move forward. Because sometimes you're not going to have people who will cheerlead you on. So you have to cheer yourself on. And I'm sure that's some of the things that you teach the women that you work
yes.
with.
I will be your cheerleader, your biggest sounding board.
That's
You got this,
wonderful.
girl. Yeah.
That is absolutely wonderful. I would love to hear one of your greatest success stories.
Oh, I would say it was this young lady when I was her manager. She came into the office and it was at a call center. And she would take these calls and she was just so passionate about it. But her other thing was that she was in a relationship that did not fuel that for her. And what I mean by that is the male significant other was more restrictive, where he wanted to have the power versus her. So she did not feel confident in herself to even see her in my role. Because I told her, I said, you know what? I see you being in my role or even greater. So once I sat down with her and encouraged her, told her my life story or where I started, then just start believing in myself instead of saying, I need this person to take care of me. Then why don't you look at what you can do? Because you have the tools. God has given you everything you need to propel and take care of yourself. So after a while, I eventually left, but then before I left, she was moving up the ranks, all these certifications she was getting. She just believed in herself. And then recently she called me and she told me, thank you. Thank you for believing in me and planting that seed that I can, because now she's the director of that
Wow.
same call center that I left.
Wow. You told her you could
I was
see
like,
her having
yes.
your position or higher. And she
Yeah, I
did.
told her, I just looked at her and I saw in her what she could never see in herself. I just knew she had the personality, she had the leadership skills, she just couldn't see it for herself. So basically, I just put the mirror in front of her and made her see, visualize, and get that
Yeah.
feeling of you being empowered. And she did get
Our
out that relationship.
words, that's good.
She's no longer in that relationship. Yes.
Yes, and God doesn't want
Yeah.
us to be around people who are abusive toward us. And that is a form of
Yes.
abuse. You have to recognize that. But I gotta
Mm-hmm.
say, our words are so powerful, and our visions for people are so powerful. And I just want to say thank you for just pouring into people's lives, because the little seeds of positivity that we plant, you never know how they're going to sprout. And that is a wonderful story that you have shared with us. Now, Shannon, you have to tell us what's next for you. What are you working on? Another book? You got a big conference or anything coming up?
Oh, Jackie, I have, what's my next thing that I want Mama Rose to do? It's definitely in the works, is putting on a women's conference. Empowering women, living in your boldness is what I'm going to call it. Because everybody always say, Shannon, you're just so bold. And then I had the one lady say, you're a lot. And I just told her, well, I can give you some shades because I'm not going to dim my light. I'll
That's
pass out
right.
some shade. Yeah. But living in your bold is what I want to call it. And the next thing is definitely writing a book. Yeah, a
Yeah.
book on becoming empowered from a African American female perspective.
Hmm.
That's what I want. Yeah, definitely the conferences. We're definitely working on that. The book is coming along.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Tell people how they can connect with you.
You can definitely visit me on my website, convowithmamarose.com. I give out one-on-ones and consultation. And just for your listeners, I'm willing to do a free one-on-one, which is normally $125 an hour. But for your listeners, I will give that one session for free.
Thank you.
And then you could also But you must tell me that you heard me on Jackie Wilson's show,
Yep, CWS.
Christian Writing and Speakers. You don't say that, didn't know. No, just playing. And you can also visit me on Facebook, Convo with Mama Rhodes, and Instagram as well. And definitely sign up for my newsletter, because not a newsletter, but if you sign up, I give out video and other items of inspiration. I don't inundate your mailbox, but I think weekly or even bi-weekly video coverage of inspiration, just to get you through get through that week.
I love it. As we wrap up your interview, what is the one thing that you want to leave with the audience?
I want to leave you, when you leave Convo with Mama Rhodes, I want you to believe in your spirit that there's nothing that you can't do without God. I want you to believe that He made you in His image for a reason, and He gave you gifts specifically for you, because you're unique. Your gifts are unique to you, that you walk away with that empowerment and you utilize those gifts as God intended.
Yeah,
That's what I want for everybody. Yeah.
I love it. CWS audience, you have heard her. From the very beginning, we said that you are here with a purpose. It's time for you to start walking in that if you're not doing it. And if you need some inspiration and some encouragement, connect with Mama Rose. She is ready to inspire you to the next level. Thank you so much for listening to today's episodes. And until next time, beautiful people, God bless.